Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I've made a few YouTube videos by now, and I think now is the perfect time to make a more formal introduction video about myself. I know, ego much, but also about what I want this channel to be about. And I feel like this would also help me connect to my audience a little bit more and let them know more about me, what kind of person I am, and where I come from in a lot of the topics I talk about. Say that 3 times fast. I tried that once in one of my first videos, but it didn't work out very well. It was kind of dumb. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Dylan Fix. I'm the host of this channel. I'm a self-proclaimed nerd. My hobbies include cosplay, LARPing, YouTubing. It's actually kind of funny. I know the exact moment of where each of my fascinations in these groups started. For example, cosplaying. Had to have been my last year of high school, and it was October, and the school was having a costume contest. And I remember this guy came out in this really awesome Master Chief outfit made of EVA foam, and I was just blown away by how awesome it was. And after high school, I got curious and I started looking around on the internet, and I found a website called Backyard FX. And they actually did a video on how to make costumes out of EVA foam, and that's sort of where it took off from there. Now, YouTubing. I believe it was when my friend Andrew Williams took me to Matthew Hewitt's house for the first time. We were more like acquaintances at the time, and we knew each other during high school. Long story short is, we're friends now, and I love the guy. Anyway, we go to his house, and he has a YouTube channel set up, and he invites me to be in one of his videos, and I was nervous at the time, but I did it, and I was immediately turned on to that. And I said to myself, hey, I'm gonna start my own YouTube channel. And I started to scramble to get things together and get things ready, and I had all these big plans set, but then something happened. I got advice that I should slow down, wait a minute, plan a little bit more, that everything didn't need to happen right this second. Everything didn't need to happen right now. And at the time I agreed, and I slowed down and I stopped and I waited, and I remember going to bed that night, and it's almost as if I went into some kind of coma, except I knew about and was involved in everything between point A and point B like normal. But what I remember most is waking up in my room in the middle of the night, looking around, and I realized it had been 6 years later and I hadn't accomplished any of the goals I set out to do. And this set me into a panic, and I started scrambling again to get things ready and get things started, get things rolling. And I got the same advice again, that I need to slow down and wait, and everything doesn't need to happen right now, right this second. To which I said, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, yeah. So I went and bought a new camera, laptop, and video editing software, and I got to work that night. And while it did take me another half year to get used to talking in front of the camera and actually upload my first video, I think we can see which advice yielded the most fruit. And that was a lesson for me, and it was a hard lesson to learn. Because we all, well, anyone from my generation anyways, grew up with these fantastic stories of these people whose ships finally came in and they were whisked off to bigger and better things and they lived happily ever after. Here's the reality. That ship is never going to come in. And it doesn't matter how long you wait. No one's going to kick in your front door and say, hey there, sweetheart, do you want a part in the next Star Wars movie? I was just scouting around and I thought there's some golden potential hidden somewhere in that house there yonder. It's just not going to happen. What you have to do is build the boat yourself and set sail. Corny, I know, but I feel it's a good message. Man, I didn't intend all that to be a part of this video, but now that we've gotten past all that deep shit, let's move on. Anyway, as for LARPing, I got in contact with this lady named Gabby through Andrew's girlfriend at the time, and this lady was getting actors together for this film project she had going on. And when I got there and I met her and I met the other people, they were major hippies and wacky as hell, but that's probably why I almost instantly liked them. And while I was there were these foam practice swords laying around because the film project was Renaissance era based, and we used the foam swords to practice our moves so that we'd know what to do when we had the real swords in hand. And I was practicing with this one girl at the time, and she was kicking my ass. And finally her mother took mercy on me and asked me, why do you hold your sword this certain way? And I was just kind of like, it's the only way I know how to. And she taught me the basics of what she knew and how to perform a proper parry and such. And almost instantly, I took off as one of the best swordsmen of the group after that. I challenged everyone, and while I lost a couple times, I won more times than I lost. And probably the best moment was when I was facing a guy who had a Boffer sword that was shaped like Cloud's Buster sword from Final Fantasy, and he had gotten my arm and both my legs. I was just a stump with the sword and with nothing but feistiness behind it. And finally I get to the point where I just go, just finish it! And he goes for a big over-the-head swing, and I just reach out, tag him straight in the chest, win the fight last second. That was a good day. And that's where my love of LARPing took off from there, and that was only fueled further by the movie Role Models. And now that you know a little more about me and where my love of my hobbies come from, it's time to talk about what I want to do with this channel. I want my channel to revolve around cosplaying and LARPing and movie and game reviews and just, all the nerd stuff. But I want cosplays to be my primary focus. I want to make costumes or get people with costumes on camera, film them with their costume on, and then maybe make a little cinematic video of their character in their natural environment. But those videos tend to take a lot of time to put together, so I'll be using the other topics, like LARPing, video game, or movie reviews, as filler episodes in between those uploads. But most importantly, I want people to have fun watching the videos that I make, and I really appreciate any help and criticisms and tips that might help make my videos better for you to watch. As long as they're helpful criticisms, not just, "Hey! Huh? You suck!" Anyway, that's all the time I have for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you like and subscribe. I also hope that you had a great Christmas, Hanukkah, holidays, whatever you want to call it, and I hope you have a great New Year's. See ya.